So, well, Ventura let him do it, but it was funny though. Basically a squash match with Orton versus Bourne. Pretty much like Bourne had some offense in, but Orton wins with an RKO, kind of short. So Orton's your winner. Didn't like that Bourne kind of looked weak, but they want to give Orton credit, make him credible. So I understand why they did that. So next we had a Mayflower Melee Mayhem Monday Night Madness match. We had Pilgrims versus Indians. We had McCool, Jillian Hall, and Layla dressed as Pilgrims versus Melina, Kelly Squared, Mickey James as Indians. And unlike the Thanksgiving history, like the Indians actually beat the Pilgrims. So, no offense to anybody that's Native American, but um, yeah, this match was kind of worthless. The funny thing with the highlight was I bet Tatanka was happy to watch because the Indians came out to the Tatanka's theme music. So the highlight of the matchup was like after Melina and Kelly and Mickey won the matchup. I think Melina got a jackknife pin or something. Highlight was after they won the matchup. Lawler, like, I don't know, gets his usual boner when the Divas come out, and he goes in to like interview Melina, and then like I guess the Gobbledygooker came out in the matchup, and it was Maurice disguised as him. So yeah, if you never watched Big Bird brings death to Sesame Street, there's a funny part where the things like disguised as pretty flowers. That's where I came up with that disguised as thing. So anyway, Maurice beats up Melina, and yeah, Maurice is back. So cool. All right, next we got never before seen. We got DX versus Hart Dynasty. Good matchup, I thought. Like Hart Dynasty got a lot of like offense in, but then once Triple H got the tag, it was pretty much DX the rest of the matchup. Pedigree on what was his name? Tyson Kidd, not Tyson Chicken Nuggets or anything, but Tyson Kidd. Pedigree on him, and DX wins. I kind of would have liked to have seen Hart Dynasty win because what they could have did was kind of maybe had more of like, the implosion, as Michael Cole would say. Speaking of Michael Cole, I'm going off subject here. How come he always says, so-and-so is rolling? Can he keep it up? What is he, Limp Bizkit? Are they rolling? Anyway, and why is Lawler still orange? He's still orange. Too much beta-carotene. Blah! So, anyway, going back to my idea, I kind of would have liked to have seen Hart Dynasty win this match because it would have kept the rift between DX going, and it also would have elevated them as like a tag team. So, but again, that's the whole tag team division, blah blah blah. So after that, Jericho comes out and interrupts them and says it's going to be him and Big Show versus DX at the TLC pay per view. And then Shawn Michaels says it's going to be like a actual TLC matchup. Iced tea, good stuff. So yeah, that's our match. So next we got a Batista promo. Basically, he plays Ray's music and comes out and says, he beat him up real bad because Ray disrespected him, blah blah blah, and he says that a SmackDown guy better not win the matchup because he's gonna beat the crap out of whoever wins it, because it's disrespectful. He wasn't in the match, I guess, or something, and he just dares anybody to come out and imitate him or something, and then Kane comes out and says, make an example out of me, and Batista has a smirk and leaves. So that's a little match for them, I guess, on SmackDown this week. So cool. Next we got Legacy versus Crime Time tag team matchup. Another short tag match. It was okay for what it was. I like the Alpha Bomb that Shad did on who was that? DiBiase? Yeah, he did that on DiBiase. That was cool. Legacy wins the matchup. Dream Street on Shad by, obviously, Ted DiBiase. So they advance to the Battle Royal. Next, we got backstage. We got Santino talking to Gail and... oh my god, what's that chick's name? What the heck is that chick's name? I gotta think about this one. What's that chick's name? Alicia Fox. There we go. So Alicia Fox and Gail Kim are arguing about something, and then Santino shows up, and there's all these pies around, so it's like, oh, what's going to happen? Is he going to get hit with a pie? Yeah, he gets hit with pies. Shocking horror! Makes me want to run for my life. So, and then, as I look into this, we see Gail Kim come up, or not Gail Kim, Vicky Guerrero shows up, and then she gets a pie in her face too, which was kind of funny actually. So that was the backstage promo. So, then we get our breakthrough Battle Royal. We got Ventura and McMahon doing commentary, which was awesome. So it was like a breath of fresh air versus, hearing frickin' Lawler and Cole do their commentary. The most generic commentators ever. So I actually preferred Mike Tenay and Don West over them. I never thought I would say that, but I did. So anyway, this Breakthrough Battle Royal has Kofi, Sheamus, Orton, Legacy, Mark Henry, MVP, and R-Truth in it. And I think this match should have gone a little longer. It seemed kind of short for a Battle Royal, because usually it's like the Battle Royals, they'll give like a half an hour time or something. I think they give this one maybe 10 minutes, if that. So, Sheamus won it. Basically, it came down to Orton, Kofi, and Sheamus. Kofi eliminated Orton, and then Sheamus eliminated Kofi, so Sheamus is your winner. So I kind of like that they did Kofi eliminating Orton, because it kind of keeps their feud going. So, because, now Kofi costed Orton a title shot. So, that was cool. And then we had the contract signing with promo thing with Sheamus and Cena to finish off the show. I thought it was really good. Cena was all, intense and stuff. And, I'm not a huge Cena fan, but I respect the guy. And, his promo stuff, he's like, I've been here for 10 years and I'm beating the baddest and I will make you tap and blah, blah, blah. Him being all intense. It was cool. And Sheamus is like, oh, I retire Hall of Famers because I can, blah, blah, blah. Not that Jamie Noble was a Hall of Famer. So, but yeah. Basically, Sheamus attacks Cena because Ventura starts ripping on Cena that he's basically Cena's like, a magazine cover champion for WWE, which is what, all of us on the YouTube community complain about, and blah, blah, blah. So Sheamus attacks Cena and then power slams him through a table, and Ventura says it's going to be a tables match at TLC, and that's your episode of Raw. Good show overall. I don't really like the idea of a championship match being a tables match, because I think tables matches are kind of weak. I'd say the only really good tables match they ever had was probably when it was, what was it? I think it was Bubba Ray and Spike Dudley and Jeff Hardy versus 3 Minute Warning. I can't remember which show that was. I don't remember what pay-per-view that was, but that was really the only decent table match I remember seeing. So, and it was an elimination style table match. So I think table matches are kind of weak, unless it maybe has the Dudley Boys, because that was kind of the match they invented. So, who knows? This match might be okay, but I don't know. It's probably going to be a while before I check it out, because I am broke and can't afford WWE pay-per-views. So, and yes, I could watch it on the streams, but I don't know. I kind of don't want to risk viruses and blah, blah, blah. Now, if any of you actually know a way around that and want to talk to me about it, let me know. But otherwise, that was the Raw review. So I'm going to go over to my buddy's house, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.